So this is the first of the 3 methods to get your files onto your hosting account. And this method involves using cPanel, which is short for control panel. Now, all hosting accounts have a control panel, which allows you to do lots of different things on your hosting account. And one of those things is to transfer files. So that's what we're going to do here. So this is a zipped file, but I want to show you inside here because what we're going to do is we're going to want to transfer all the files and folders that are in this folder called the squeeze folder. And if I open this up, you'll see all the files and folders that are in here. These are the ones we want to transfer over to our hosting account. Now, right now, these are all zipped because this is located in a zipped folder. So before we can transfer those over, we need to extract that zipped file. So I'm on a Windows computer, and I'm going to show you how to do this using Windows. If you have an Apple product, the process is pretty similar. It's very easy to create zipped files and folders and extract them, no matter which platform you're on. But this is Windows, so this is the way we're going to do it here. So we're going to highlight the folder, and we're going to right-click it, and we're going to click Select All. Now it's going to ask where to extract the files. You're just going to leave that the same and you're going to click Extract. So it's extracting the files right now. So while it does that, I'm going to pause the video and get back to you. Okay, the files have been extracted and this is the resulting window. These are the extracted files. They're in this folder, which is in this folder. And if I click on this up one level, you can see this is the compressed folder. This is the uncompressed one because it just says file folder. So these are the uncompressed files. So I'm going to click here. These are the uncompressed files. Now, as I said before, we want to upload all files located within the squeeze folder. So double click there and open these. All these files are the ones we're going to transfer. Now, in order to transfer these, we have to zip them up into their own separate folder. So that's what I'm going to do. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to select them all by highlighting the first file, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key and then click on the last file. This selects all the files. Once they're selected, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go here. It says Send to Compressed Folder. I'm going to click there and now it's compressing these. It's not going to take very long. In case it does, I'll pause and come back to you. Okay, the files have now been zipped up, and this is the resulting window. They've been zipped to this folder here. It says compressed zip folder. We want to name this folder now. I'm going to name it e-commerce 1 for this example. And what you should know is you can name this anything you want. Whatever you name it is going to be on your hosting account, and that's going to be part of the URL of your squeeze page. So if I double click this folder, all the files are right there and they've all been zipped up. So continuing on with this video, we're going to go into bitreveal.com and show you how to upload the files. And this is the folder right here that you're going to be uploading to bitreveal.com or whatever your hosting account is. The zipped folder called e-commerce 1. Okay, so next you're going to go to your hosting account. Now this is the home page for bitreveal.com, and if you don't have an account here, you can sign up right here. You can also log in right here, but this is not the login for your cPanel. That's going to be separate. This just takes you to your account in the BitReveal webpage. So just wanted to make sure that you didn't try to log in to cPanel using this because that will not work. So anyway, if you need to find out how to sign up or how to register and how to access cPanel, there are some tutorials right here. You can go down and you can see how to register a hosting account, how to access your cPanel, and there's other ones there as well. So for now, let's log into cPanel. cPanel has a different URL, so you're going to have to type in that URL and then you're going to log in here. And while I log in, I'm going to pause the video and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm going to log in now. And this is the cPanel homepage. So right at the top of the page here, you'll see something called File Manager. You're going to click here. This is where you go to work on all the files in your hosting account. And this is where we're going to upload the file. Now you'll see two panes. Over here is the left side, over here is the right side. It's just like File Explorer in Windows. Over here you have a listing of the folders that you can expand. Over here is the contents of each folder. So we're going to look over here and you're going to see something called public underline HTML. This is where all the files and folders go that will show up on the web. These other files and folders are like behind the scenes type of things, but the public HTML folder is the one where all the files and folders go that actually are your content that show up on your web page. So this is where we're going to upload our zipped file from earlier. So I'm going to click here. You see it says the directory is empty. So we're going to upload that file from before. I'm going to click upload. And I'm going to select a file from my computer. And let me find that here. I'm going to go to my PLR folder. I'm going to click on Mobile Ecom Simplified. Well, I'm going to click under the file folder, not the zipped folder, but the file folder. I'm going to click on Squeeze. And there's my e-commerce one compressed folder. This is the one we're going to upload, and I'm going to open this now and it's going to upload it. And even though this is zipped, it's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back to you once it's uploaded. Okay, so it's 100% uploaded now. I'm going to click this link here, go back to the public HTML folder. And here is the e-commerce one zipped folder that we just uploaded. It's in public HTML. If I click here, there it is. So we're now going to extract the files from the zip folder. Make sure it's highlighted. Come up here and click extract. It's now going to ask you where you want to extract these to. And I'm going to extract these to public HTML / e-commerce 1. And again, for me, all the files are going to reside in the directory called e-commerce 1. This is also going to be part of the URL of the squeeze page. And again, you can name this whatever you want. I'm just naming it e-commerce 1 for this example. So we're going to extract the files, and now it's done. Now we're going to click on public HTML. You see there's the zip folder we just extracted. This is the resulting directory with the files in it. Let me click here and you'll see all these files are now on the server, ready to go. So now that the files are ready to go, let me show you what they are. The folders up here you don't have to worry about because these contain files that make the website work. So we're not going to pay attention to these. The files that we need to pay attention to are the 3 down here that end in .html. These are the pages you're going to need to build your list. This one down here, the thank you page, is obviously the thank you page. It's the page people will go to when they'll automatically be redirected there when they click submit. This page here, e-commerce full video access, this is the page where they're going to access their product. They're going to be able to watch the free video here on this page. Now this one down here is called index.html. This is actually your squeeze page, and it's not called squeeze for a different reason. Now index pages are treated a little bit differently on the web, and all you really need to know is for index pages, the index.html does not need to be displayed in the URL itself. Now let me show you what I mean a little bit better because I have the pages displayed right here for you. This is the thank you page. Now I'm using a domain called learndemi.com because this was a domain that was set up specifically for this training. But you're going to have your own domain, so you're going to use your domain here, and then it's going to be ecommerce1 / thankyou.html. This is the URL of your thank you page. This is the URL of the product page where people are going to watch the full video. Yourdomain.com, e-commerce one / e-commerce one / e-commerce full video access.html. Now this is your squeeze page. And if you notice, it says yourdomain.com or learndemi.com / e-commerce one. Now I could actually type in index.html after this and the exact same page would come up. But for this purposes here, you do not need to use index.html. This is the URL for your squeeze page. Whatever your domain is, / e-commerce one. That is the URL for your squeeze page. Now on this squeeze page, this is the opt-in form. This is where people are going to enter their information, click subscribe, and then get redirected to the thank you page and be added to your email list on your autoresponder. Now whether that's Aweber or MailChimp, which are the two that we're using here for this example. So you're going to need to enter your own opt-in form code here so that people get subscribed to your list, because this opt-in form here is just the standard one that came with the squeeze page, and you don't want to use that one. Now when you enter the code, it's going to look exactly the same, but the coding behind it is going to be different so that people, when they click subscribe, will get added to your list. So let me show you how that's done. So I'm going to go back to the cPanel page where the files are, and you're going to go to your index.html. This is the file you're going to edit and put in your own code. So we're going to highlight the file here. We're going to go up to edit, and you don't have to worry about this. Just click edit and you'll see this page. Now don't get scared. When I say you don't have to know HTML code, I mean it. You don't have to know HTML code. This is the code for your squeeze page, and you can go down here and just look at it all. It's going to mean nothing to you. But what you need to do is, you see down here it says replace code below with your code, and then replace code above with your code. This code here is the code you're going to replace with your own. And so you're going to replace this code with your code from either MailChimp or Aweber, depending on which autoresponder you're using. And future videos, you can see how to get that code from those different autoresponders. But for now, I'm just going to go into MailChimp, and I'm going to show you the code here. We are going to click on it, highlight it, right click, and copy it. I'm going to come back to this screen here. I'm going to highlight all this right here, being sure not to get anything above or below it. I'm going to hit delete, and now I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. Now what you've done is you've just replaced your code with the code that was there. Now we're going to save the page, save changes, and it's done. So now we're going to close the window, and now we're back to this page here on your cPanel. Now the index file or your squeeze page has your own opt-in form code on it. So when people enter their information, they're going to be added to your list. So everything should be set up and ready to go, but before we go ahead with this, we need to test it to make sure that the opt-in form code is working. So the last thing you want to do is you want to test to make sure everything's working okay. So you'll come over here and you'll call up the squeeze page, and here it is here. You'll enter your name and your email address and click subscribe, and then you'll go to your autoresponder, whether it's Aweber or MailChimp, to make sure that you got added to the list. And then you're going to go to your inbox, look for the first message, make sure you got the first message, read it, make sure it looks okay, and make sure that the link is in there to their product page. So you want to test all this and make sure everything is working properly before you start driving traffic to the squeeze page. And there you have it. That is it for the cPanel method. We'll see you in the next video.